we'll go from there. So in the first organ system we have is the circulatory system, and then it's sometimes called the cardiovascular system. Its job is to bring oxygen to all the cells of the body and to take carbon dioxide away and waste away. And it looks like this. So things we need to look at here is that cardio equals heart, to help you remember it, what organs are included, and circulatory, circle means it circles, right? So it cycles the blood through in circles. And then I wrote organs down there, and I underlined the main things you need to know about the cardiovascular system. We've got the heart, you have veins and arteries. Arteries take blood away, artery equals away, and that's why it's red. The blood is oxygenated. And the veins return it, and that's why it's blue, because it's out of oxygen. You know, when people's lips go blue when they're not getting proper oxygen, that would be why. Okay, next we have, yes, you need to write down everything that's written down here, and you might want to make notes about the arteries. I would write a little spot that says organs and write arteries, veins, and heart. Next you have the excretory system. It's also known as the urinary system, and we can talk about that also. Its job is to remove liquid waste from the body, and how it does it is it filters the blood through the kidneys, and then as the blood is being filtered through, it takes out the waste, and then that gets pushed through the system. So the blood enters the kidneys, gets filtered through, and then the urine comes down the ureter and then into your bladder and is stored there until you are ready to urinate, and it comes out the urethra. Urinary, think urinate. And excretory, think exit. Okay? What goes in has to come out, so it's exiting your body, it's exiting your systems, or if you're urinating, the urine is coming out. The organs are the kidneys, the ureter, the bladder, and the urethra, which I just showed you in the picture. Yes, write it all down. Respiratory system brings oxygen to blood cells and takes carbon dioxide from the blood cells. Here is pictures. All of this is included in the respiratory system, guys. You don't think about it. Sometimes you just think, oh, it's just the lungs. Well, really, it's your sinuses, which is your nose, and in your nose and in your front of your skulls, your throat, your larynx, your trachea, your bronchial tubes, your bronchioles, your lungs, and you should add alveoli in this also. I need to spell those for you. I have to spell them for myself first. Alveoli. Okay, sometimes you'll see that word, and it's alveoli are the small little sacs at the end of the lungs. Your diaphragm pushes your lungs up to expel the oxygen. Next we have the digestive system. The digestive system's job is to break down food into simple substances that cells can use. The digestive system organs are your mouth, your esophagus, your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, your pancreas, your small and large intestines, and your rectum. Yes, you should write all those down. The nervous system. The nervous system, or cells in the nervous system, are called neurons. They receive information from the body and then tell the body how to react. You know this. You've been learning about this since you were little. If you put your hand on the hot stove, your nerves tell your body, ooh, that's hot. Move your hand away. The nervous system has two parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Write those two words down because I'm going to go to another slide. Your central nervous system is abbreviated CNS, and it includes your brain and spinal cord. Your peripheral nervous system are all the nerves that branch off your spine and that go all throughout the rest of your body. And then your nervous system includes your 5 senses. So your sight, your taste, your smell, your hearing, and your touch are all included in your nervous system. Integumentary system. Your integumentary system covers bones and your body. It protects your body. It maintains homeostasis, which we're going to talk about in a second. Or we're going to talk about now. Homeostasis is unchanging. Homeo means unchanging, and stasis means standing. So what that means is it's the balancing of your body. Your body systems try to balance everything out. It's a check and balance system. It wants it to be unchanging. It wants it to have a balance. And it regulates your body temperature. Your integumentary system is basically the layers of your skin. You have your epidermis, then your dermis, and then your subcutaneous layers. The lymphatic system, also known as the immune system, collects extra fluid and returns it to the bloodstream, produces antibodies to help fight pathogens. That's its main 2 functions, and that's why it has 2 names, because the lymph's job is this part right here, to collect extra fluid and return it to the bloodstream, and the immune's job is to produce antibodies to fight pathogens, which are basically bacteria and viruses. Okay? Your organs in your immune system, you have to include your anoids. If you had your tonsils out, maybe you had your tonsils and your anoids taken out. Your lymph nodes are these dots all around your body. They are big filters. Your lymph vessels, obviously your skin is part of it because it helps maintain this all. Your spleen, and then your bone marrow is also considered part of these systems. Next we have the reproductive system, and this I've grouped it as one system because I've put male and female together, but sometimes you'll see them separately as 2 separate systems. So the reproductive system's job is to produce gametes. Another word for gametes are sex cells. You will hear that over and over and over again. Gametes equals sex cells. For male gamete is sperm, and it is produced in the testicles. For females, female gamete are the eggs, and it's produced in the ovaries. So the organs you need to pay attention to here, I've underlined. For males, the penis, the testes, and the urethra is part of the urinary system, but those are all parts also of the reproductive system for the males. And for the female, you have the uterus, the ovary, and the vagina as part of the organs you need to know. Muscular system allows movement. There's 3 types of muscles. We have skeletal, which allows bones to move. We have smooth, which is your digestive organs, such as your stomach and your intestines. And we have cardiac, which is the heart, and that allows blood to pump through your body. Your muscle systems, you know what it looks like. They're all over your body. Okay, that is all for all of the systems. So we're just going to have one video. I did it fast enough. But I wanted to go back and add some organs to something for your integumentary system. Go back to your integumentary system real quick and add for the organs besides your skin, you need to know that it's your hair and your nails also are all part of the integumentary system. Alright, that's all. Bring your questions to class and make sure you wrote everything down. As it turns out, guys, I skipped 2 systems that I didn't realize until just now. So let's add those real fast. The next one you have is the endocrine system, so go back to the top of the paper and get your endocrine system. Its job is to produce hormones like adrenaline that affect the activity of cells in the body. Here's the pictures of the different organs, so go ahead and write those organs down. And the adrenal gland right here is responsible for adrenaline. That is, if you've ever heard someone say fight or flight when you're in a situation where you get all hyped up, whether you're going to fight something, maybe not something or someone, but that intense situation where you should turn and run away. That's fight or flight. And here's another word, guys, you should familiarize yourself with because you might hear it time to time. Gonads is the generic term for male and female sex organs, along with gametes and sex cells. So gonads would be those hormones that are related to reproduction. So basically the endocrine system is for hormones. Okay? And next, the skeletal system. I don't know how I could forget that, because without that you'd just be a big blob. It protects, it stores minerals and fats, it allows movement with the muscular system, and it produces blood cells. It protects, you have the rib cage in your skull to protect your major organs, and blood cells are produced in your bone marrow, so inside your bones and your bone marrow is where blood cells are produced, so that's very important parts of the skeletal system. So the skeletal system does 4 things: protects, stores, movement, and produces blood cells. Okay? Now I think we have them all, and that should be good for organ systems.